Doron, thanks for taking the time here pre-holiday weekend to hang out with us and stuff. Good to see you, man.
Welcome
Hi
back.
there. Thank you for having me. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Hey, you guys have already supported more than 1.4 million security service requests, including over 15,000 emergencies already. And if you're just joining us, you can find on our website and on some of our network websites past interviews of Doron. But the long story short is, this is a $450 billion market. We're all suddenly concerned about safety in a very different world, especially right this second. And you guys seem to have captured once again, not a reactive, but a responsive in real time security blanket, so to speak. And to hear you, when I see your face and I hear your questions on this,
yeah,
it tells me it's not just an international security thing, it's an everyday people thing, correct?
Absolutely. So this is a service for everybody. And if you think about it logically and psychologically, 5-10 years from now, this should be as ubiquitous as insurance. Why wouldn't we want everybody that we care about, family members, employees, our students, residents of our cities, employees of our cities, all of them should have this on their phone. It's going to make them feel safer and be safer. There's no reason not to.
When I talk about specifically scaling towards global adoption, and you guys are already in almost 30 countries, if not 30 countries already, and we think in terms of further routes to market. Talk about that for us, because I think we're all selfish. Everybody who's hearing you, whether they're hearing you on American Forces radio network, television services across the world, or they're hearing you here in the good old, or seeing you here in the good old U.S., we all want it for ourselves right now. How do you get the routes to everybody? Because I think you have a good problem, and I think that's demand.
Terrific. So for your audience who are seeing us for the first time, the whole idea is to arm anybody that we care about with this platform that gives you 15 services. Most of them are preventative, such that whenever you feel uncomfortable, it's not yet an emergency, you don't want to be alone, you want a bond agent on the phone with you in 5 seconds on video, all you need to do is click a button. Hey, thank you for responding so quickly. I'm safe. I'm just demonstrating to the fans of the Big Business Show. You don't need to deter anybody. I'm going to introduce you to the camera. Just say hi, everybody, okay? Go ahead.
No problem. Hey. Good to see you. I cannot get enough of that. I think when we have dinner together sometime, Doron, we're in the same room, I want you to bring that. This is where forget about any real conversation, because this is what I just want to talk to your guys. That's so interesting.
It's amazing.
Can you talk a little
Good job. I'm disconnecting. Thank you.
Thank you for choosing Bond. We're here for you 24/7.
Good job. So in other words, go ahead, Sally.
Well, I was just going to say, it's just your protocol there. Just like when you're like, Mike, thanks, over. I mean,
I'm safe.
I'm safe, over. There's a protocol there that you react to with the app, and that's very intentional, correct?
Right. So what we just got on the phone. So let's assume that my daughter Rachel comes out of a building where she works at 6 p.m. She has a 5-minute walk to, say, the parking garage or the subway. She doesn't want to be alone. It's not a 911 emergency. She should not be dialing 911. Instead, she clicks the video monitor me button right here. And within 5 seconds, on this button, a bond agent appears on her phone. What did we just deliver? A personal security companion. She's not alone. What most people do not know is that perpetrators don't want cameras, and they don't want witnesses, which is exactly what we delivered on Rachel's or Sally's or Doron's phone. And that has a deterring capability. In addition, our agents, professionals, trained on 911 techniques, on de-escalating, on deterrence, and on all of our services, have connectivity to the local 911. Wow. So if they think that there's a problem and we reach out to 911, we tell them we have a problem, they know that it's us, they're going to send the police right away. We've saved people that way. Think about it and compare it for a minute to what it looks like if I'm a parent. If I'm a parent of, say, a 16-year-old, I probably have on his phone one of those apps that show me where my son is at, right?
Like 360.
And that's all that it does.
Yep.
Now, let's assume that I'm that parent. I'm looking at the phone. I see that my son, the bandit, the 16-year-old, is not where he's supposed to do. What do? I call him.
Yep.
He doesn't respond. What's plan B? There is no plan B.
There is no plan B.
I'm 40 minutes away.
Yeah.
All that delivered was giving me a sense that I know where my son or daughter is, but if they're not responding, I don't have a plan B. What do? I call 911. I'm going to get the 911 next to me. There's 6,000 911 centers in the US. I'm going to get the one next to me. And I have no proof that it's an emergency. I'm going to tell them, look, my son doesn't respond. Mr. Kempel, relax. If he doesn't come home, then call us.
Right.
Again, we're always in this too early to dial 911 until, God forbid, it's too late. With bond, your son has a bond agent looking after him. On video, can deter. Nobody else can deter. On video, 5 seconds, deter. Secondly, if we need to, we'll send a car to pick him up. And if we need to, we're going to reach out to the local 911. We're going to tell them that there's a problem with, say, Jeremy, and they're going to check on him. So all I'm saying is you're not going to perform a root canal on your son yourself, are you?
No.
Why should you think that security is something that you should deal with some makeshift app or self-help app? Get professionals to take care of you, of your loved ones, of your employees, of your students, etc. That's what we do. I just wanted to put that in perspective. Now I'm getting to your question about channels. Shall I?
Yes.
Yeah.
Terrific. So at the end of the day, the purpose is to get this in the hands of everybody. So now the question is, how do we get it in the hands of everybody? The first route to market, the first channel to market that was most efficient for us is business to business. In other words, you know exactly who our customers are. They're the largest companies in the world, the largest retailers, the largest computer companies, the largest smartphone providers. We all know who those companies are. And they have bought this service and are offering it to all types of their employees, their store employees, their home care nurses, their salespeople, their technicians, their engineers, everybody, which is a wonderful new reality. I, as an employee, know that my employer cares about me. I download the service, and the entity that takes care of me and provides my security and protects my privacy is Bond. So this is already happening. This is channel number one, and this is a channel that accesses about 150 million Americans just in the United States. That was channel number one, and this is proven and is going to continue growing globally. Channel number two, that is only now starting, is business to consumer. Let's assume, Sally, that you are a CEO of an insurance company, or a bank, or an airline, or of Expedia. Why shouldn't Expedia provide Bond to the 20 million people that it's flying to Mexico every year?
Oh, man.
Good point.
When you fly to Mexico, do you know what's the 911 of Mexico?
What?
You don't.
Yeah.
Is it a good idea for you to call 911 in Mexico? You don't know that.
Right.
Do they speak English? How quickly do they respond?
Good point.
We don't have answers to all of that, and nobody wants to ruin the party. Go ahead and fly to Mexico.
Right.
So B2B2C means that we are now going to reach out to responsible companies. Think about the responsible companies that are looking after you, your banks, your insurance companies, your travel agents, your airline reservation systems, the airlines that is flying you. And we're going to suggest to them that they offer Bond to their customers, not to their employees. This is route two, has tremendous potential.
Yeah.
Route three, that we're already testing successfully abroad, is business, that's us, to government, to residents. So there are already mayors that we've entered into an agreement with. We tell the mayor, look at what Bond is offering. Wouldn't you want your residents on Bond? You don't need to pay for it. Pay for your employees, for the city workers. But for your residents, just tell them that you've arranged for them a discount on Bond. Help us notify them, and they're going to buy directly from Bond at a discount.
That's brilliant.
This is B to G, to government, to consumer. This is already starting right now, and I'm very excited about that. And the fourth route to market that you would say, Doron, this is the natural, is direct to consumers. We can start advertising directly to consumers, say to the children of Mary, to the children of Doron, to the parents that we all are. So that's the fourth. And in this 2026, now that we have established the foundations, we're going to be testing these other three routes to market beyond the B2B that we've already solidified.
Hey, Doron, I have a question about, you mentioned 15 different services. We've seen the one of the video person. Is there one that's maybe a step down, or what are some of the other, can you touch on some of the other services that you have on the
You talking about the curfew service, Mary?
Yeah.
The only one in
Get my
curfew is
kids
me.
to calm down.
So there are 15 services that give you proportionality. Think about it. Sometimes we speak with teenagers and they're a little concerned about the fact that the parents feel better checking on where they are, but there's no proportionality. Basically, the parent always looks after me, and I don't have other actions in my toolbox. So if we think about proportionality, if I'm most worried, I'm going to use the video monitor me service that I already demonstrated. That's one.
Yep.
Let's assume that I'm a home care nurse, or I'm now in a ride-sharing vehicle or in a cab, or I'm accepting a delivery into my home, or I'm a traveler and I've ordered pizza. Not that I would order a pizza when I'm in a hotel traveling, but let's assume that I do. And now some dude is pushing a cart into my room. In all these situations, I can be on video, and we would tell you, use video, don't worry about it. But if you don't want to be on video, you can go to a service that is called Ready an Agent. You click this button, this white dot suggests that a bond agent is ready in a second. Now all I need to do is rest my finger on the screen. Notice that the screen passes to the touch of my finger.
Sure.
A bond agent, just like the one that we saw earlier, has me on one of his screens on a map. He knows that I'm Doron Kempel, my location. Let's assume that I work for the big business show.
Yeah.
So long as my finger is on the screen, he knows that I do not want intervention. All I want is to be looked after.
Ah.
Yeah,
But
good.
I know that I'm being looked after. So I may meet Sally for a drink, maybe for the first time. I'm just holding a phone. Sally doesn't notice that I am being looked after.
That's
My
right.
hand can be by my side or in my pocket.
Yeah.
But if somebody grabs me, or if I feel uncomfortable, all I need to do is release the screen, which starts a countdown. There's no way to stop the countdown without me entering my code.
Right.
If I don't enter my code, the bond agent assumes now that I've shifted from not wanting intervention to wanting
One
intervention.
What's the situation?
Hey, thank you for responding so quickly. I'm safe, just demonstrating Ready an Agent to the big business show. I'm going to show you to the camera. Don't need to deter, just say hi, everyone. Can you do that for me? Go ahead.
Hello.
Terrific, I'm safe, I'm disconnecting. So Mary, your question is if there's proportionality.
Yeah.
That was another service where you just hold us on the finger, you
Yeah.
are released
Great.
away. In other words, it's very hard for people cognitively to push something when they're afraid.
Sure.
Right.
But releasing is automatic.
Yeah.
In addition, here's another service here called Track Me on the Go. In other words, whenever I'm in transit, I click this button, I tell Bond my destination is, say, 80 Columbus Circle, New York. I then need to tell Bond, because the AI is going to look after me, what's my mode of transit? Am I walking, driving, ride sharing, in a train? Each one of those different modes of transit have different motion or pattern associated with it. Now the AI is looking after me. As soon as it detects that something is anomalous, I'm not on the right track, I'm not at the right speed, I stopped where I shouldn't, immediately a bond agent reaches out to me, says, Doron, what's going on? By the way, a few weeks ago, a flight attendant of a foreign airline, all of the members of that foreign airline are on bond. She's in Manhattan. She gets into a ride-sharing vehicle that you know. She activates Track Me on the Go. Within a minute, a bond agent appears on her phone. Let's assume that her name is Mrs. Smith. That's not her name. Says, Mrs. Smith, keep me on video. Tell the driver is not heading in the right direction. She speaks to the driver. She says to the driver, sir, they're telling me that we're not heading in the right direction. Driver looks at the mirror, sees that she has an agent, says, oops, turns the car around.
Wow.
Could have been an oops.
Yeah.
Let's
Could
not be
have.
too
Doesn't,
suspicious
but you don't
about-
have to guess now, do you?
Yeah, could have been an economical crime, a hate crime, a sex crime. We will never know.
Yeah.
The point is she was not alone. So that was an example of Track Me on the Go. Another service here is called Security Check. I am a home care nurse. I am alone in the office. I have a headache. I am in a ride somewhere. I am going on a blind date. I click the security check and I tell Bond, here's what I'm concerned about. Check that I'm okay at 8 and 12 minutes p.m. If I don't respond, call Sally, my boss, or call Mary, my neighbor. In other words, all these services that we just described constitute a new tier of pre-911
Yeah.
look after me services, with the entity looking after you and helping you being a professional security company, not your friend.
Yeah.
Did I address your question, Mary?
Yes, thank you so much.
Fantastic. Hey, listen, Doron, I don't know how we're going to do it, but we got to
Yeah.
get you to San Diego sooner or later.
And Doron,
I got 3 shows planned for him.
Let me emphasize, if you're going to have drinks with Sully, keep your finger on that button, bro. Doron Kempel, founder, CEO, Arbonne Incorporated, ticker symbol OBAI.